Families, friends, and guests, please rise for the procession of our faculty and graduates. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of Palm Beach Central High School, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 commencement ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning's ceremony represents the culmination of years of work and sacrifice on the part of the graduates and their families. It is a formal occasion meriting dignified behavior on the part of the graduates and the audience. In accordance with the school district policy, we ask that everyone wear their facial covering throughout today's ceremony. Thank you. Now, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Student Body President Morgan Chadoff, and remain standing for our national anthem sung by Angelina Zatelli. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, that was outstanding. Thank you, and you may be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce and thank our honored guests. Please hold your applause until all guests have been introduced. Dr. Donald Fenoy II, Superintendent of Schools. Marcia Andrews, School Board Member. Keith Oswald, Deputy Superintendent. Valerie Haynes, Central Region Superintendent. Karen Wetzel, Central Region Instructional Superintendent, Secondary. And Vivian Green, Central Region Instructional Superintendent, Elementary. I would also like to acknowledge our Village of Wellington dignitaries, Mayor Ann Gerwick, Vice Mayor John McGovern, Councilwoman Tanya Siskin, and Education Committee Chair Jay Weber. And I'm extremely excited to introduce our feeder school principals, Michelle Johnson, Equestrian Trails Elementary, Adelia De La Vega, Panther Run Elementary, Kathy Lewis, Discovery Key Elementary, Dwan Ross, Everglades Elementary, Elizabeth Morales, Okehili Middle School, Jennifer Kuras, Woodlands Middle, Eugenia Feeman, Emerald Cove Middle, and Michael Aronson, Polo Park Middle. Thank you. To the class of 2021, it is my great honor to share this special day with you. As I look out into the audience at all 748 of you, my heart is full and my emotions are high. I admire how you have persevered through the last quarter of your junior year and endured an unprecedented senior year. It is my belief that this class is the most resilient class in the history of Palm Beach Central High School. You have become the symbol of what it truly means when we say stronger together. This class has brought so much joy to our campus. In your own unique way, each of you helped to make school a little more normal for all of the staff members on campus. You continue to raise the bar academically by taking accelerated courses and earning your Cambridge diplomas. Many of you maintained your involvement in extracurricular activities such as student government and National Honor Society. When performing live was no longer possible, you found ways to perform virtually with virtual choirs, virtual art shows, and of course, our brand new Bronco News team. Your persistent and philanthropic efforts resulted in our first large-scale event on campus, Dance Marathon, and raised over $37,000 for the Children's Miracle Network. As student athletes, you participated, practiced, and prevailed in fall, winter, and spring sports. Thanks to you, the class of 2021, those exciting memories helped us all make it through this challenging year. This class is truly special. To our parents, guardians, thank you for giving us the opportunity to educate your child during this extraordinary time. In fact, several of our staff members have students graduating this morning that I would like to recognize. Josh Arden, Ashton Smith, Colleen Peggs, Paul Saget, and Alexa Potafio. We are humbled and grateful that your parents picked Palm Beach Central as a place of employment and the best school to prepare you for the next step in your educational journey. This class began strong back in the early fall of 2017. Your parents were really excited at freshman orientation. And like most, they asked lots of questions. The majority of the parents had the same request: take care of my baby and provide them with a great education. I believe that we have accomplished both requests. As you transitioned to your sophomore year, you were told to be strong. And you did just that. You began to lead the way academically, athletically, and socially. Our fabulous AVID program began to grow and serve as a pathway to our accelerated courses. You gained a better understanding of our Cambridge and advanced placement programs, and as a result, our participation in those courses increased. The class as a whole became more involved and invested in campus life. And it became clear to me that you were beginning to establish your legacy. Stay strong was the theme as you entered into your junior year, and many of you began to change, not only in appearance, but also in the way you approached academics and the trajectory of life moving forward. As the class matured, you began to think about life after high school and what type of legacy you wanted to leave here at Palm Beach Central High School. As the rate of students taking college-level courses soared, the amount of philanthropic work on campus grew. Almost overnight, the focus was no longer just on academics and college pursuits, but rather on how to become a world changer. As we approached the spring, all of our lives began to change. Little did we know that after 2 weeks off, the coronavirus would not only change the way you're educated, but it would also change our lives. So many of you were personally impacted, and many of you may have lost loved ones. Like you and your family, I too wondered what the next year would bring. Finally, we arrived at your senior year, and the strength and perseverance you showed throughout the last 3 years truly prepared you to finish strong. Under the steady leadership of class president Sonia Smith, this class has left us with an amazing legacy here at Palm Beach Central. Starting at the top with Asha Patel and Logan Rohack. These two outstanding students represent academic excellence as your class valedictorian and salutatorian. Congratulations, Asha and Logan. You are leaving some big shoes to fill. Xander Brenner, our National Merit Scholar winner, and Emiliano Andrade, our 2021 Bronco Spirit Award winner, also contribute to our tradition of academic excellence. You each possess academic abilities, athletic skills, and individual talents that inspire me. Morgan Chadoff, thank you for serving as our student body president. You persevered through all of the virtual SAC meetings and always led with grace and class. To my phenomenal student athletes, thank you for providing us with entertainment during this very difficult year. David Dumas, this year's Palm Beach County All-Star MVP, thank you for pitching that complete game in our big district win over Wellington High. Mia Caro, thank you for helping our girls lacrosse team win its first district championship. In fact, both the girls lacrosse and girls soccer teams are district champions. This very special class continues to impress me with your accomplishments. Most recently, we had a record-setting 4 Pathfinder winners. To Colleen Peggs, Allison Rivero, Sonia Smith, and Kyle Balfour, congratulations. To all of our winners and nominees, your recognition at the Pathfinders Award ceremony epitomizes the high level of talent present in the class of 2021. At Palm Beach Central, we are blessed to have a school that is wonderfully diverse. I have often said that diversity is our strength, and our senior class exemplifies that. Our students are extraordinary, unique, and provide us all with hope for the future. I would like to recognize one such student, Michael Johnson. Michael is our Pathfinder nominee in the category of Reach for Excellence. Michael embodies the Bronco spirit. He is polite, respectful, friendly, and a natural-born leader. Thank you, Michael, for being a champion for others on our campus. Likewise, our ELL students have added to the cultural diversity of our beautiful school. Hala Villian, your dedication and devotion and hard work has been noticed by me and your teachers, especially Dr. Aguirre. You have achieved the American dream. Class of 2021, You will always hold a special place in my heart. It has been a privilege and honor to share the last 4 years with you. Your resilience, flexibility, and growth mindset have been impressive and inspiring. The thought of adjusting my style of leadership in the hybrid learning model was nerve-wracking to me, especially the focus on technology. As I adapted to a new reality, you continued to move forward and flourish. You were not intimidated by smart boards, Google Meets, breakout rooms, or virtual presentations. I still appreciate and remember the excitement you displayed anytime I popped into one of your classrooms for a virtual class visit. A special thanks to those who responded to my comments in the chat box. Thank you for making this a memorable year. As you graduate and move forward into the next chapter of your lives, never forget the lessons you've learned here at Central, and be proud of the legacy that you've left behind. Know that Palm Beach Central High School is a better place simply because you were a part of it. Lastly, I will leave you with a familiar quote from a very proud principal. You are always the most important people in the building. Congratulations, class of 2021. Dr. Donald Fonoy II is the 26th superintendent of the A-rated school district of Palm Beach County. The district is the 10th largest in the country and has an enrollment of more than 190,000 students. Dr. Fonoy is very proud of the 94.4% graduation rate at district-operated schools. The district is the largest employer in Palm Beach County with nearly 23,000 employees and an annual budget of $3.8 billion. Prior to his appointment as superintendent of schools in March of 2018, Dr. Fonoy served as the district's chief operating officer for 2 years. Before coming to Palm Beach County, Dr. Fonoy served as the senior area superintendent of the South Learning Community for the Fulton County School District, where he was responsible for the guidance and improvement efforts of 28 schools. In a prior position as principal in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools, his high school received the National Change Award. This honor is presented annually to 6 schools in the United States that have demonstrated the greatest academic turnaround in a 2-year period. Dr. Fonoy graduated from Florida A&M University with a degree in elementary education. He went on to earn a master's degree in educational leadership as well as a doctorate in educational leadership and administration from the University of Central Florida. Dr. Fonoy and his wife Kendra are the proud parents of 2 beautiful children. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Donald Fonoy.
Well, good morning to the class of 2021. Okay, we can try that again. Today, we all woke up alive and you're graduating. So good morning to the class of 2021. Much better, much better. So, class of 2021, what a ride this has been. There are many variations of the phrase, history repeats itself, such as those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. I am fairly certain none of us will forget the last 15 months, and I guarantee you none of us want to repeat them. Remember what it took for you to be here today, and that's perseverance. The past 15 months serves as a testament to the human spirit, to your grit, your resolve, your resilience to succeed despite pandemic-born challenges. Through absolutely no fault of your own, your senior year was not what you expected. While many seniors returned to in-person instruction, others chose distance learning. Daily social interactions were limited and traditional rites of passages were canceled, such as grad bash and prom. Your home life may have also been upended by family tragedy, loss of employment, or even isolation. Thankfully, the dark grip of the pandemic is loosening, and I am very optimistic about the future, about your future, and about the future of our great country as you enter college, the workforce, or as my father did, the United States military for 22 years. Having experienced all of this, you are emerging stronger and more prepared to succeed in life and in your career. I encourage you to fully embrace everything life has ahead of you, and please help us make this world better. When times are tough, I want you to draw on that inner strength that brought you here today. Persevere, maintain your positive attitude, and keep moving forward. Graduates, the whole world has been reset, and your generation has an opportunity to set the tone and the next course. Lean into your life. Be mindful and present when it is all too easy and all too convenient to retreat into your very own isolation. Make the choice, make the decision to do the work. Choose a path that challenges you, that interests you, and makes you happier, but ultimately healthier. I promise you, exceptional possibilities await you. Empathize with your neighbors. Use your voice to engage in courageous conversations. Have an awareness of what you take in, but more importantly, about what you put out. Take leaps of courage towards goals and back away from stagnant conditions that prevent you from the full expression and realization of what you have envisioned for yourself. The balance in life is knowing when to lean, but ultimately when to leap. Be proud of who you are and where you come from. We have 140 different countries represented in our district. Every culture, every varied viewpoint, every unique experience enriches us. You are the sum of all the great things that you have done, that you are doing, and that you will do. Walk with your head held high and your shoulders back. To your principal, to your teachers, and the entire faculty at your school, I say thank you, thank you, thank you for your role in engaging our students and empowering them to graduate. Parents and guardians, you were and will always be your child's first and most influential teacher and greatest advocate. I'm sure you still remember the first day when you sent these beautiful graduates off to kindergarten. People told you not to blink. Inevitably, we all blink. And then our children are beautiful and grown. Try as I might, I am really trying hard not to blink. My youngest child, my daughter, will be starting kindergarten in August. She is already arguing with me, the superintendent, about the dress code. She believes her dresses and striped stockings and different colored Converse are the dress code for kindergarten, and that her new principal doesn't know what a dress code is. I'm expecting a lot of detentions at the Fenoy house. Despite all the fussing and laughing and loving that goes into parenting, there is no greater honor than being a parent. While my daughter's graduation date isn't until 2034, Mr. Edgecombe, I know, he says he's gonna be retired by then. I know that, like you, I will blink, and many of the same emotions that you're feeling today, I will feel. Parents, this has also been an emotional roller coaster for you. Still, you put the needs of your child first. You encourage them to stay on course, promising that the investment would pay off in great dividends. And it has, because we are here. So today, we celebrate you. Parents, faculty, and most importantly, our esteemed graduates, give yourselves a well-deserved pat on the back because this milestone is a group effort. Despite the pandemic-forced social distancing, no one got to this point in isolation. Graduates, there are some things you may lose as you get older, like your beautiful hair, your lovely youthful physique. But one thing you will never lose, one thing they can never take away from you, is your diploma. Treasure it. We did not give it to you. You earned it. Today you are graduating, but you will always be a student of life. Seize every life lesson. Your generation holds the future for all of us in your capable hands. Continue to question, continue to explore, continue to innovate. Whether the next path is college, career, the honor of serving in the U.S. military, traveling, or whatever it is that you choose to do. Class of 2021, on behalf of the school board and the entire District of Palm Beach County, I offer my heartfelt congratulations, and I thank you for the honor of allowing us to educate you, but more importantly, to grow with you. So now, it's time for you to take your rightful place in society, help those of us pay some taxes, and continue to persevere, and you lead us into the future. Congratulations to the esteemed class of 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Fenoy. It is now my privilege to introduce you to Palm Beach Central High School's class of 2021 salutatorian, Logan Rohack. Logan is the son of Robert and Bridget Rohack. He will be attending the University of Florida, majoring in finance. Please welcome Logan Rohack.
Class of 2021, we made it. It was only a short while ago that graduation seemed miles away, but now we're here. I can't express enough how much of a privilege it is to be able to give this speech to you all today. I'm very grateful that I get to speak in person, and even more grateful that I won't have to be broadcasted through a Chromebook. Before I go on, I'd like to thank Mr. Edgecombe, along with the rest of the faculty and staff, for adapting so well this year and remaining flexible and patient as we were adapting ourselves. Let's be honest, no one saw this coming. I remember when we all just thought it was another Ebola, and how happy we were to have that extra week of spring break. Boy, were we wrong. As spring break 2020 approached its 4th month of existence, the reality of a very different senior year began to set in. It's odd to think that regular school was something we once took for granted. I know I'm probably getting a few sideways glances right now because I said we should appreciate school, but in all honesty, I don't think we realized how good we had it until that normal lifestyle was gone. But is there even such thing as a normal high school experience in the first place? Maybe. Depends on how you define normal. Sure, high school didn't end like we imagined it would, and I'll probably never take an online class again. But we can't overlook the silver linings. I think we all matured a little bit. Spring break 2020 gave us the time many of us needed to take a good look inwards and grow. We've come a long way for sure, but let's not get hung up here. We still have a lot to accomplish. High school graduation shouldn't be the end goal, but rather a stepping stone, or even a new beginning. However you consider this moment, I just hope it is not just a conclusion of the work ethic you've maintained over the past 4 years. Now, I'm not here today to tell you what you should be doing or how you should be doing it, because that's for you to figure out. But I do want to urge you to find something to keep the gears turning. Why not pursue something you're genuinely passionate about, no matter its practicality? After all, now is the time you can afford to fail. And if nothing else, at least you can live without having to wonder, what if? Obviously, the end of high school was not what we thought it would be. But we're not here today because of the sympathy we received for that, nor are we here from months wasted with unproductivity. We're here because we didn't complain pointlessly about our situation. We're here because we didn't waste time when it would have been convenient to. Pity should not be the first thought. Triumph should be, or even perseverance, but not pity. Let's not be known as the class that lost its senior year. Let's be known as the class that kept on despite its adversity. Let's remain dedicated and resilient, not because we have to, but because we want to. Thank you.
Thank you, Logan. It is my pleasure to introduce Palm Beach Central's Traditions under the direction of Mr. Scott Houchins, singing the senior song, For Good.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It worried me that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me, like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have to remind by being my friend. Like a ship gone from its mooring by the wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. I guess we all this blame to share, and none of it seems to matter Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. Because I knew you. Because I knew you. Because I knew you. I have been changed for
At this time, it is my privilege to present our highest academic award, Palm Beach Central High School's Class of 2021 Valedictorian, Asha Patel. Asha earned a cumulative weighted GPA of 5.5. She is the daughter of Ruby and Kalpana Patel and will be attending the University of Florida, majoring in sociology on a pre-law track. It is my honor to introduce our 2021 valedictorian, Asha Patel.
Good morning, family and friends, graduates, and all of the wonderful people that help make this event possible. I have a proposal for all of you. I promise from this sentence forward to not use the letter A once in this whole entire speech until the conclusion. In return, you'll need to listen closely, check to see if I've been true to my word. Now, why would I do this? For the previous For the previous 4 revolutions encircling the sun, we've been expected to see this letter littered over our progress reports with every fleeting 9 weeks. But this simply doesn't fit the rebellious spirit of the students here before me. So why not get rid of it, this silly little letter? For the first time in 4 revolutions, we don't need it. Being defined, there is nothing this breed of students despises more. Every time we're told to obey the custom, we do the next best thing, throw it out the window. But you'll remember us for it, for this 6 feet divided commencement, for this speech with rules so needlessly complex, I defy them by uttering my own title. Truthfully, the cynics of the world do not like this delightful virtue of ours, criticizing us for our endless need to be nonconformists. But why sink into the crowd when open windows hold so much more possibility? Now, it's obvious I'm trying to be unique, but I wouldn't go through this much trouble digging through synonym lists for substitute words if I didn't hold some deeper motive. So here goes. Most of our high school experience didn't go how we intended. In our childhoods, we were told nothing's impossible, but then, suddenly, it felt like we were lied to. Things got tough, like doing well in school, figuring out our futures, trying our best to brighten the world. Getting older showed us how so much in this world isn't so simple. With every hurdle, we've been schooled on resilience, on effort, on grit. The custom might have been 4 revolutions of pure bliss, of invites to prom or cheering crowds for pep events, but we don't need custom. I hope for us to enter the world ceremoniously grown, not bitter over the imperfections, but comprehending the good we've produced. This speech, without this letter, could never be perfect, but I'm going to be proud of it. I know, like you do, how much it took to get here. We've had a moment of freedom, and now it's our time to get back to reality. Every day, society gets a little bit more complicated. There's a new deadline to meet, a new goal to accomplish, a new problem to fix. But we're as prepared as we'll ever be to face it and to come out stronger on the other side. It's what we've always done. This is Asha Patel signing off for the generation that's going to change the world, one open window at a time. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Asha. Superintendent Fenoy, as principal of Palm Beach Central High School, I hereby declare that the students before you have successfully completed all of the requirements and standards as prescribed by the School District of Palm Beach County and the Florida Department of Education to earn a diploma or certificate of completion. Dr. Fenoy and honored guests, please join me for the presentation of diplomas to the members of the Palm Beach Central High School class of 2021.
Asha Patel. Logan Rohak. Diego Mora. Jack Berman. Nicholas Namia. Brenner Zander. Matthew Lehman. Victoria Kanata. Benjamin Bryant. Grace Baker. Paola Sota Perez. Colleen Peggs. Dylan Andrew Galen. Marcus Pina. Isabella Thomas. Adriana Garrido. Skylar Finkel. Alyssa Leong. Aiden Taylor. Sonia Smith Tembe. Morgan Chadoff. Caitlin Thoreau. Hellion Mojica. Simone Asil. Brandon Aceveda Arias. Ariana Afazal. Layal Amari. Kimberly Mayana Alband. Fletcher Albright. Robin Alseen. Blake Alexander. Roberta Alonso Guma. Pascual Alonso Francisco. Diane Altador. Andres Alvarado. Sophia Emily Alvarado. Lady Alvarez Mahia. Kimberly Isabel Alvarez. Brianna Amadalro. Nicholas Anderson. Emiliano Andrade. Sebastian Anez. Emmanuel Anlu. Sebastian Aramburo. Aaliyah Arango. Juliana Arango. Josh Arden. Annalie Artega. Carlos Avalos Garcia. Jasmine Sophia Ayub. Kyle Clyde Batek. Erica Baez Mahea. Juan Carlos Baez. Kristen L. Belu. Lindsay Claire Baldwin. Kyle Jaden Balfour. Materi Balthazar. Danielle Barber. Juliet Barbosa. Nicole Barrentes Hurtado. Michelle Barrios. Alexis Bartles. Sydney Elteca Bator. Ashley Baymert. Lance Bobbigans. Kaylee Beetle. Pedaline Brenda Bassajor. Erica Becker Devakarty. Trey Benjamin Belclamer. Vincent Bellier. Lujenna Belgard. Dalis Beltray. Natalie Benvente Sarian. Jason Benhardis. Kiss Benoit. Salma Bentaj. Brianna Isabel Bermudez. Emma Bermudez. Liliana Catherine Bernstein. Bradley Barrios. Sarissa Barrios. Vanessa Barrios. Vanessa Berry. Jason Edward Beswelin. Shiv Bhartia. Sean Bianami. Taziria Amazara Blake. Denny Blanco. Gavin Bloom. Daniela Bonifante. Kelvin Bonilla. Tyler Bork. Daniela Botera. Amira Bouslahim. Terry Bowers. Kylie Therese Bradshaw. Chris Brodegum. Loden Bravos. Javier Brioche. Michael Brito. Hunter Britt. Martin Brochet. Anthony Broderick. Patrick Brooker. Malachi Brooks. Jalen Anthony Brown. Kimberly Brown. Jackson Brunsvold. Chase Joseph Badowski. Kari Ramon Burgess. Haley Boustran. Jillian Bird. Alessandro Cabrera. Jonathan Calderon. Gianna Camastra. Odessa Campos. Sasha Brotman. Cassandra Keynes. Frederico Cano. Benjamin Caraballo. Miguel Cardona. Mason Carey. Alexander Carney. Austin Carney. Mia Caro. Duviette Castillo. Angel Luis Castro. Melanie Castro. Victoria Castro. Max Sedano. Javier Celis. Carla Cerritos Campos. Miles Aaron Chambers. Sebastian Champagne. Lori Charles. Valentina Chavez. Matthew Cherise. Jared Civil. Matthew Claxton. Love Clements. Dominic Cobble. Hunter Colby. Ayana Collier. Ryan J. Collins. Cassandra Colmay. Bryant Colon. Justin Comand. David Marlon Comrie. Jakaya Coney Williams. Seth Connor. Chloe Nicole Cook. Johan Barry Cook. Emily Coombs. Julicia Cooper. Dalton Charles Corbett. Dylan Cortez. Gavin Kraft. Janarian Cross. Isarette Cruz Cabrera. Matthew Cummings. Maria Cuda. Samuel Curry. Daniela Curto. Casey Nicole Denafano. Joseph M. Dano. Snitch Daniel. Angelica Marie Dehavilla. Ryan Dela Rios. Trevone Justin Dean. Madison Rose Decker. Isabella De Jesus. Jeremy Desir. Michaela Anne Marie Desalians. Arthur Diaz. Elton John Diaz. Matthew Diaz. Alexandra Diego. Stephanie Diaz Corseco. Ren DePerno. Duan Dixon. Tony Doe. George DeCycle. Lourdes Dodds. Brittany Dolcine. Zoe Donaldson. David Domis. Dukins Dort. Kiara Dreyer.
Just hard to get his attention.
Shane S. Dugan. Oh. Emily Derone. Terrell Dyer. Ethan Eastman. Andres Echeverry. Christopher F. Stathaukis. Jacqueline Love Egan. Brianna Ellers. Paige Ike. Jacob Benjamin Eisenberg. Brooke Madison Elder. Jenna Rose Ellis. Maureen Medhat Alamote. Elo Carlo. Laura Aronius. Dominic Esposito. Omar Itayum. Elijah Eten. Shyla A. Aten. Kiran Itawaru. Lamia Favors. Davina Farron. Christian Fenimore. Fanny Figueroa Godoy. Jonathan Fernandez. Alicia Fernandez. Crystal Fernandez. Chantel Fernandez. Natalie Renee Figueroa. Kylar Finlay. Addison Grace Fiorillo. Joshua Mark Fitter. Talia Fitter. Ariel Floriel. Nazir Foster. Nathan Foreigner. Michael Sebastian Fox. Saray Franco. Brandon Fraser. Andrew Leo Frection. Daniel Cole Fryer. Diana Foltz. Melanie Ashley Garbarski.
Jonathan Garchelin. Denelson Garcia. Cassandra Garcia. Lizbel Garcia. Madeline Faith Garcia. Evan Joseph Garner. Mariana Geisweller. Tiger Gemma. Madeline Aleda Gersten. Basim Nabil Gobriel. Aiden Gibson. Hunter Gibson. Hunter Giel. Valentina Giraldo. John Lawrence Glenn. Jasmine Goldberg. Regina Melissa Goldson. Austin William Gom. Jeremiah Gonsalves. Sofia Goncharenko. Carla Gonzalez. Alexa Christine Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez. Abraham Durant Gordon. Adley Gordet. Garrett Daniel Govea. Ethan Govia. Zamare Graham. Ethan Jack Grama. Brianna Marie Granito. Dia Keonce Gray. Kylie Graydon. Alacia Green. Elizabeth Griffith. Larissa Grillo. Sofia Guerrero Barrera. Paola Sofia Guerrero. Faina Guerrier. Finley Guillaume. Anais Guzman. Jonathan Guzman. Vivian Haim. Alexander Halpern. Daniel Edward Hand. Timothy Hansen. Joshua James Hanuman Singh. Gianna H. Harmon. Stefan P. Harriet. Tyler Harrison. Tyler Jordan Harvell. Arabella Shea Hedrick. Daniel Heller. Miles Henderson. Christina Miranda Hermida. Andrea Hernandez Cabrera. Alejandro F. Hernandez. Dekeza Hernandez. Yasmin Eileen Hernandez. Ashley Rain Hickey. Tyler William James Hoffman. Donovan Anthony Hoylett Jr. Danielle Nicole Holland. Douglas Holmes. Jaden Hope. Stephen Sue. Jashine Holcomb. Haley Hunt. Zion Jackson. Ashley Jacob. Destiny Jacobs. Joshua Jacobs. Jordan E. Jasmine. Taylor Jazinka. Ashley Jean Baptiste. Giuliani Jean Baptiste. Andrew Jean Francois. Daskia Gentry. Sarah Grace Janelle. Brianna Jennings. Ryan Jensen. Kayla Savannah Jurinsky. Christopher Jimenez. Jalen Lamar Johnson. Joshua Johnson. Maurice Johnson. Michael Rashawn Johnson. Venus Johnson. Pretty Ann Joji. Jeremy Marcus Jones. Savannah Nicole Jones.
Mr. Edge, come in with the towel.
Javon Joseph.
Towel.
Daniel Kabir.
Miss Barris. Miss Barris.
Wasim
you need a wipe.
Kahuk.
In a second.
Brittany Kalchuk. Jessica Cassis. Alexandra K. Caston. Riley Danielle Keefe. Cameron David Kelchner. Jackson Lee Kendrick. Alexis Kennedy. Irvin Khan. Jordan Haroon Khan. Devin Daniel Kimberly. Stanley Karingo. Jade Clicks. Croy Kordick. Kylie Kravchenko. Jake Nicholas Labella. Edgar Laguna. Kayla Deneen Lang. Sarah Lanigan. Cassius Larkin. Elijah Wilberto LaRuse. Isaac Alexander LaRuse. Val Lawrence. Adriana Legros. Eric Ronald Lemons. Isabella Rose Lecarrique. Christopher Anthony Leslie. Carly Librizi. Braden Lofsted. Leovin Lopez. Nadley Lewis. Reggie Lewis. Josie LaDonna Lewis Saints. Joyce Loyola Varea. Normal Lucen. Alana Maldonado. Kayla Tatiana Maldonado. Liam Maldonado. Donald Mark Eugene. Dora Marcillin. Lourdes Marchena. Jessica Kayla Margulies. Daniel Marin. Vanessa Marin. Mauricio Maroto. Elikni Marrero. Catherine Marte Martinez. Hector Martinez. Kate E. Martinez. Noe Antonio Martinez. Angelo Richard Martino. Ariana Martin. Sydney Maskell. Timothy Maskell. Nathan Massey. Tyler Mattis. Amanda Nicole Matthews. Emily Megan Matthews. Emilius Maxime. Carlos Eduardo Mayo. Riley McCabe. Olivia McCarthy. James Everett McCoy Jr. Mackenzie Lee McCula. Daniel McComer. Dominique Chantel McFadden. Nisea Monica McFarlane. Cassidy Ann McGee. Taquan McKenzie. Brooklyn McNorton Rizzo, Aiden Alexander Melville, Madison Mendoza, Justin Sebastian Meneses, Melissa Munesis, David Lawrence Mensch, Carmine Mercadante, Amaya Mercado, Geralisa Mercredi, Angel Merlos, Emma Rose Migliera, Alexi Catalina Mignon, J.C. Minor, Javier Miranda Jr., Jessica Misura, Jawad Mohammed, Anthony Jonathan Molina, Ariana Molina, Abigail Molesby, Jaina Chei Moncada, Adrian Moncrief, Isabella Montero, Nicholas Montero, Natalia Montoya, Juan Morales, Gabrielle Elizabeth Morist, Rafael Reyes Morera, Leonardo Moreno, Destiny Michelle Morgan, Paula Nicole Moro Ramos, Noah Julian Morris, Emily Danielle Mountcastle, Ashley Estefani Mungia, Miguel Alejandro Munoz, Caitlin Murphy, Connor Myers, Caitlin Myers, Patrick Stephen Nagy, Arsenio Roman Najera, Brandon Ramos Nascimento, Sarah Umoni Nasser, Kelly Jasmine Navarrete, Vince Neal, Noor Neha, Emily Kate Neal, Andy Neira, Awilda Nell, Ethan Nelson, Kayla Danae Nelson, Madeline Nelson, Hanks Nezador, Ariana Nettles, Ann Nyut Nguyen, Brittany Nguyen, Brian Nichols, Kevin Noel Nieves, Medji Norbrun, Eve O'Donnell, Skylar Alana O'Hare, Brenna O'Neill, Maria Alejandra Ochoa, Shatara Oliver, Valerie O'Neill, Stephen Orozco Londoño, Samuel Orozco, Isabella Ortiz, Alexander Odorolo, Cole Michael Olette, Drayshawn Pace,
Covell Paget, Stefan Alexander, Sarah Pinello. Kelsey Panico. Bithia Pardo Dennis. Alexa Patafio. Macy Patain. Jordan Peluso. Camila Pereira. Leslie Perez Guerrero. Aaliyah Perez. Ivana Perez. Periello Aislinn Drew. Eliana Peterman. Courtney Pierre. Dylan Pena. Destiny Janaya Pinero. Miguel Pisano. Emily Placencia. Hannah Polanco. Jared Pomerico. D'Angelo Pompey. Talia Pondicio. Daniel Potter. Gabrielle Powell. Colby Preston. Angela Priori. Jacob Proenza Smith. Jada Proudlove. Leo Puckering. Daniel Puerta. Dominique Quinones. Valeria Quinterio. Jonathan Nicholas Rabinowitz. Mikhail Ramcharatar. Edvin Ramirez. Aeneas Ramirez. Nicole Ramirez. Ryan Ramirez. Angeli Remlican. Isabel Araceli Ramos. Marcus Ramos. Maribel Alondra Ramos. Cameron Ramsaran. Christopher Ratz. Isabel Rao. Zara Anjuman Rauf. Morgan Ralt. Ashley Rayson. Eric Remillard. Renisha Reynus. Nicole Resendez. Desiree Resto. Alexander Rexach. Jaden Elijah Reynolds. Adia Simone Monet Rodin. Morgan Rule. Joseph Rice. Anna Maria Rich. Omari Rigon. Israel Riquelme. Alejandro Rivera. Caitlin Rivera. Allison Rivero. Christina Roche. Talia Rockmacher. Eliana Rodney. Ariana Rodriguez. Esteban Rodriguez. Nicholas Rodriguez. Stephanie Rodriguez. Zoe Rodriguez. Jackson Thomas Roenfeld. Dominic Romano. Crystal Marie Rondon. Gavin Rose. Tate Rosenberg. Sophia Rose Rothman. Charles Rush. Stephanie Syons. Paul Saget. Darwin Sinea. Frederick Santaluz. Arwin Charles Sala. Juan Salazar. Madison Salazar. Rogerlyn Sanchez. Jadianka Sanchez. Jadrian Sanchez. George Sanchez. Nayeli Sanchez. Valentina Sanchez. Savannah Santana. Lily Sargent. Rema Sarker. Maria Sarmiento. Jose Sauceda. Jordan Sauer. Rachel Olivia Savino. Eduardo Sayago. Christian Schenkman. David Cerna. Jadine Serrano. Nicholas Sevilla. Jakeem Shannon. Grace Shearer. Ruth Shelby Davis. Abigail Sherry. Kaylee Shields. Lauren Stogren. Araf Siddiq. Ryan Silha. Leah Silverman. Denaja Singletary. Nathan Shogren. Serenity Smallbird. Emmanuel Small. Ashton Smith. Daniel J. Smith. Daniel Smith. Brian Solenthaler. Sarah Sonderman. Kelly Sotelo. Justin Soto. Lianis Saussure. Leilani Spence. Edward Roland Spencer. Nicholas Squillicote. Emily Shribunlu. Jermaine St. Felix. Ravin St. Louis. Chad Stewart. Christy Stone. Sarah Leslie Strandell. Isbeth Suarez. Sarah Sutton. Anastasia Schweitzer. Maya Swiderski. Riley Zachor. Kennedy Tallman. Victoria Terrazona. Kristen Lee Fiat. Dahari Thomas. Edward Thomas. Kayla Thompson. Giovanni Tiano. Amin Tina. Geronimo Tobone. Emilia Tola Aveles. Liliana Thomas. Estefany Torres. Isabella Carmelis Torres. Luis Torres. Jennifer Toth, Jessica Tovin, Ashley Trevino, Alice Triana, Juan Trujillo, Joseph Ugarte, Megan Urbina, Joseph Oriate, Anna Celeste Urita, Isabella Rose Marie Valette, Isabella Valderrama, Telo Valero, Carolina Vallejo, Anna Venegas, Emily Vargas, Kyle Vassilou, Anna Vasquez, Edwin Vasquez, Tatiana Vasquez, Jackie Vaughn, Brandon Venant, Nathaniel Venenciano, Rain Gianna Claire Victime, Vanessa Villa, Hyla Villalon, Rebecca Villalona, Maria Villanueva, Emilia Villegas, Jessica Vilvert, Sean Wadsworth, Ashley Wagner, Christopher Wagner, Diamond Rose Walker, Liliana Walker, Ethan Ward, Issa Wariat, Karan Watkins, Ben Weaver, Emily Weimer, Matthew Anani Weiss, Andrew Wendrow, Thomas Wernick, Nicholas White, Trace Whitehead, Preston Weir, Ashley Wilborn, Jalen Williams, Brandon Willis, Nissa Wilson, Keyshawn Marquise Winder, Kyle Wise, Jamar Wollery, Ayana Wooten, Peyton Anthony Wright, Sophia Wright, Emily Wysocki, Paulina Yanez Figueroa, Nathan Yariz, Brielle Young, Caitlin Young, Jaden Zace, Christina Zaida, Kyle Zakarian, Michael Zibikowski, Mia Zernite, Angelina Zitelli,
At this time, we will read the names of graduates who are not present at today's ceremony. Sebastian Abanto Vivianco, Braden Alton, Nadia Bell Anderson, Jada Ash, Astasia Asa Reed, Kirello Basteras, Samantha Bussell, Joanne Carter, Jeriani Cantu, Sierra Charnock, Kenzie Clements, Tyler Cohen, Anastasia Croulet, Riley English, Zachary Farhi, Modesto Francisco, Caroline Garcia Cabrera, Yasmin Goma, Anthony Gonzalez, Joshua Gourdet, Jade Greenberg, Benjamin Hart, Giovanni Hernandez, Miguel Hernandez, Kyle Kelsey, Jacob Clausa, Abina Karatin Afrani, Jacob Lee, Anthony Emilio Maldonado, Jason Matienzo, Joshua Jacob Meja, Cameron Devonte Mirtil, Julia Morris, Brian Negron Perez, Jack Olivia, Esteban Padron, Alexi Brianna Parrish, Zarian Perry, Abi Salama, Francesca Solinsky, Hunter Nicholas Switek, Natalie Dolores Trenice, Amelia Valencia, Abigail Weiner, Aiden Weiner, Javon Wynn, Ariana Zambrano.
Fellow graduates, please stand. As the final symbol of our commencement ceremony, please join me in turning your tassel from the right to the left, signifying our graduation. Congratulations, Broncos!
It is with honor and pride that we salute the graduates of Palm Beach Central High School's class of 2021. Congratulations. Okay, graduates, please be seated until you're instructed to recess. Guests, you may join the graduates outside of the Expo Center. Thank you again for sharing this special day with us. Congratulations, class of